Welcome back to Chasing News. I'm Bill Spadea. We got a lot more show coming up for you tonight. I want to introduce you to the guy who is making a race out of a United States Senate race coming up in 2018. United States Senator Bob Menendez wants to hold on to that Senate seat and get another 6 years in Washington. But a series of attack ads that are calling out the senator on his record, on the accusations of corruption, seem to be taking a toll on the senator's popularity. Right now, the last poll shows it a 4-point race. Let's bring in the former United States Marine, Bob Hugin, who is running as the Republican in that race. Bob, welcome back to Chasing News. How are you?
Bill, great to be with you.
So you heard the results are in, at least in this early polling, and I realize we do have a lot of time to go, but the conclusion is that the negative advertising, negative campaigning works to take somebody's popularity down a few notches. What do you say? Your latest ad seems to be pretty effective.
Well, I think we should be clear here, Bill. Educational, factual advertising to ensure that people understand the facts and the real issues that here and the actions of the senator, which really were shown by the bipartisan Senate Ethics Committee to be violating federal law and disgracing the Senate, abusing power.
At what point do voters say, all right, we're not happy with the old guy, but give me a reason to vote for you?
Yeah, you know, Bill, I think that should be part of the campaign from day one. And so our strategy is to make sure the voter knows the contrast of character, what's happened the last 40 years in terms of self-promotion and taking advantage of the system, versus what we've done and built a career and building thousands of high-paying jobs in New Jersey. But at the same time, you know, we've got to talk about his record of failure to deliver. New Jersey's 50 out of 50. We are dead last. We get the least back of any state in the country. And we got to talk about the issues. So we talk about the issues every day. I think the voter of New Jersey, the citizens of New Jersey deserve both.
Do you expect the numbers to change over the course of the next few months? Do you think maybe you've peaked too early?
No, the only poll we do care about is November the 6th, right? That's the most important one, obviously. But we're not worried about anything. We're just building the record of what has happened in the past and where we need to go as a state in the future. So I think our internal polling is consistent with the direction of where we're headed. And we're going to make this 138 days left, whatever it is. Every day, we're going to make sure that people in New Jersey know we care about them. We have issues, we have policies and issues we're running on, and we're going to make sure the character issue is well known. So this is a long time to go, but we're focused on the right issues.
Okay. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate you joining me. We'll certainly be talking soon.
Thanks, Bill.
Let's bring in our A+ panel for tonight's show, joined by Republican strategist Jeanette Hoffman and Democratic strategist Bill Caruso. Bill, I'm going to start with you. It seems that, as I asked Bob Hugin that this is a bit of an anomaly, a bit of an outlier, this race, to be within the margin of error. I realize it's far out, but we're heading into a midterm election, and not only do you have a Republican president where you'd expect the Democrats to do well, we're in blue New Jersey. What does this say to you as a Democrat?
Too soon to tell. First of all, I don't like splitting hairs over polls, but the poll sampling's a little odd and from what I've looked at. But more importantly, this is June, right? We're in the middle of a budget fight going on. I mean, if people are even paying attention to that. Most of the time, folks don't pay attention to these races till we get to post-Labor Day. So there's a lot of noise in the wilderness.
But the ad's effective, though.
Yeah.
Do you think? I mean, what do you think of the ad? You saw the ad.
I think that ad is one of the best political ads I've ever seen because it really hits the nail on the head. Bob Menendez has nothing going for him other than the fact that he thinks Democrats are going to come out in a midterm election and vote Democratic.
That's a lot, though.
And it is a lot, but listen, he's only behind by 4 points, and the campaign really hasn't even begun in earnest.
Jeanette, is this more about, though, this you hit Menendez so hard on all these ethics issues? Nothing Bob Hugin said in the ad is untrue.
No.
Does that then suppress those Democratic votes and the Republicans will vote for him anyway?
You saw it in the primary. I mean, Democrats are not coming out for Bob Menendez. If you look at where Bob Menendez is today versus his campaign 6 years ago, he's only raised about half the money. He has very anemic support among his base. I think Bob Hugin is a great candidate because he is not a stereotypical Republican. He's got a great story to tell. He has the resources to do it, and I think it's going to be a real race come September.
All right, gotta leave it there. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you being here.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks.
We did invite U.S. Senator Bob Menendez to appear on Chasing News. Actually, we've invited him several times. I've also invited him on my radio show so far. they've declined every invitation. But the campaign chairman, Michael Solomon, did give us a statement, which I'll read part of it to you. Quote, greedy drug company CEO Bob Hugin has spent millions supporting some of the most extreme Republicans, from Jesse Helms to Mitch McConnell to the Republican parties of Arkansas and South Carolina. He went on to say, that's who Bob Hugin is, and no ad is going to change that despicable record.